What do we need to do on this guy before we can start solving, Ben?
Solve for y, so you subtract 4.
Good, so subtract the 4x. So we've got negative 3y is less than negative 4x plus 6. All right, Ben, what do we do next?
Divide everything by -3.
Good job. Divide everything by negative 3. So y? Now, do we divide by negative?
Yeah.
So what happens?
Divide.
Flip that sign, right? So watch that. Make sure you flip that sign when we divide it by that negative. Okay? And then we're going to get 4/3 x and a -2. Okay, John, where do we start out when we're graphing this?
We're gonna start at -2.
Good. And then how do we do a slope of 4/3?
Up 4/3.
Thank you. Okay, Maddie, is this going to be a solid or a dotted line?
Dotted.
Good. Okay, so now we're shading again. It's all based off that start point. And we're going to go right back to this guy right here. Okay, the guy we have already solved. So it says y is greater. So where would greater go off the start point? Go up, right? To the top, he said, which is up. Okay, so if I start shading up, again, that whole half of that graph gets shaded. Okay, so everything up here. And again, you have to shade the whole section. You don't just shade one little part of it. You got to shade all of it to show that all of them are answers. Alright, now we're going to actually move back up to the top there, and let's do this guy. Okay, x is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, as always, remember x is that special guy. Okay, we always have that one special guy. Well, x has been our special guy for a while now. Okay, what kind of line do we have? And don't tell me straight.
Vertical.
Vertical, yay, good job guys. Vertical, where should we start that at? Good, 1 on the x-axis, alright?
A line, not a dotted line.
Right, so it's going to be a solid line. How do we know if it's solid?
Equal
It's got an equal sign, good. So we're going to go ahead and draw our straight line here. Put some arrows on the end. Okay? Now, you guys remember back in the day when we were doing the number lines and we just looked at the arrow, that's the way it was shaded? Okay? It's the same concept here. X is the only guy that fits this because you either go left or right. There's no up or down here. Does that make sense? We always go up or down except for when we can't go up and down. There's no up or down. It's either left or right here. Okay? So look at this arrow. Which way is that arrow pointing?
Right.
Okay, so is it pointing to the right? Guess where you're going to shade?
Right.
Down on the right. Okay, so whatever way that arrow points is the way you shade when it's a vertical line because there's no up or downs there. Okay, so you're going to shade this whole side over here. Okay, and just a quick check here. Okay, just put up a first green dot. Is that an answer?
Yes.
Yes. What about the green dot on the red line here?
No.
You
Yes.
should be saying yes. If it's solid, it works, right? Solid works, dotted no. What about this guy right here? No, not in this case. Okay. All right, does anybody have a question so far, anything we've done? Beautiful. Okay, flip over to the back side. Okay, it says write an inequality that represents the graph below. Okay, so now guys, I want you to be thinking about y equals mx plus b. Okay, we're going to be writing everything in that form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, so now start with your b value. Where is your start point on this grid?
1.
Okay, 1, right? So we're starting at 1. Okay, now to find the slope in this particular case, because we don't have any more points, you're going to have to kind of find some sort of pattern where it's crossing nice and pretty. Okay, so you can see there, I went ahead and put some green dots on the screen for you so you can kind of see. But you already told me you're starting at 1, so that's our b value. Now we need to find slope. How do we find slope? Okay, rise over run. So what is my slope going to be here? Good, 2/1, which is just
2.
2. Okay? Alright, so now you're going to start your equation. We know the slope is 2, so I've got 2x plus 1. I've got y on the other side. Okay, is everybody okay with that so far? Okay, so now solid or dotted, what do we have here? Solid, so that means we got to have an equal sign, right? Alright, and our shading. Now the yellow is the shading, okay? So is that less than or greater than?
Less than.
It's going down, so if it's shading down, that's less than, right? So you need to put the L looking one in there. Okay? So again, find your B, find your slope, solid or dotted, and then do they shade low or do they shade high? And that's how you tell if it's greater than or less than. Okay? Alright, go ahead and try B on your own. And I got it up on the screen there if it helps you see the colors and stuff. Alright, Delana starts off, where did we start at here?
-3.
Okay, good, so you should be starting down here at -3. Okay, so B equals -3. Alright, slope. What do you guys think your slope is here?
1.5.
3/2, I agree, up 3/2, that's the next whole point. I know that kind of might look like it, but that's actually crossing at the halfway point. Alright, so if you were looking at right here, that's not crossing at the whole number. Okay, make sure it's crossing a whole number. So up 3/2, so my slope is gonna be what?
3/3.
Not negative.
3/2.
Yeah, it should be positive. You're going up and then to the right, so that's positive. Okay? Alright, so now we're starting your equation. Does anybody want to try to write the inequality for me? Okay, Nigel, what do you think?
5 is greater than 3/2x minus 3.
Okay, I like 3/2 x minus 3. And let's see here. Dotted line, so dotted line means no equal sign. And if we're shading up, up means greater. That looks great. Okay, good job. Really good job. Alright, last question we're going to look at today. Okay? It says define the variables, write an inequality and graph. Then name a solution and interpret its meaning. Okay? We'll worry about the second part here in a second. Okay? Class picnic. A yearbook company promises to give the junior class a picnic if they spend at least $28,000 on yearbooks and class rings. Each yearbook costs $35 and each class ring costs $140. How many yearbooks and class rings must the junior class buy to get their picnic? Alright, so what are the two things we're looking for here?
Cost of yearbook.
Not cost. We know cost.
How
How
much?
many
Ashley?
students?
The number of yearbooks and the number of rings.
Okay, number of yearbooks and number of rings. Now, you can use any letter you want for that. I'm going to go ahead and use X and Y only because I see that I'm going to have to graph it, and it makes it easier if we've got X's and Y's rolling right off the get-go. Okay? So if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put X and Y. That way it's just easier when we go down to graph. Okay? So number of yearbooks. And I'm just going to put YB for yearbooks. And number of class rings. I'm just going to put CR for class rings. Okay? Alright. So now it says write an inequality. What do you guys think here? Let's start with the basics. What do you know about yearbooks?
Costs $35.
Okay, yearbooks are $35 each. So it's going to be $35 for a yearbook. Plus how much for a class ring?
140.
140. So 140 for a class ring. And our total says here at least $28,000. So if I'm looking at that, 28,000, and what sign do I put in there? Ashley?
Like greater than or equal to?
So you're saying greater than or equal to?